The Sêçrët Admirer, Part 1. Lola Johnson was a young, beautiful, and ambitious marketing executive living in Port Harcourt. Her life seemed perfect, at least on the outside. She had a good job at a top firm, a sleek apartment in the GRA, and a close-knit group of friends who supported her in every way. But there was one thing missing: love. It had been a while since she had been in a serious relationship. Between her work, social events, and side hustles, there was little time for romance. But that was all about to change. One Monday morning, as she opened her laptop at work, Lola saw an anonymous email pop up in her inbox. The subject line simply read, "To the most beautiful woman in Port Harcourt." She clicked on it, curious and cautious. The message inside was short but sweet. "Lola, I see you every day and can't stop thinking about you. There's something captivating about the way you move, the way you smile. I admire you from afar, but perhaps one day I will get the courage to say hello. Yours, Sêçrët Admirer." Lola smiled, slightly amused. It wasn't the first time someone had admired her beauty, but there was something different about this message. It felt sincere, thoughtful. Still, she brushed it off as a joke from one of her friends or colleagues. But the next day, another email arrived, and the day after that, and the day after that. Each email grew more personal. Her admirer seemed to know details about her life, things only someone close to her would know. She referenced the perfume she wore, how she always ordered her coffee black, and even mentioned her favorite dress. Lola started looking around her office, wondering who it could be. Was it her charming colleague Alex, who always smiled at her during meetings? Or maybe David, the IT guy who was always quick to help her with tech issues? She confided in her best friend Tolu, who found the whole thing thrilling. "Girl, this is like a real-life romance novel. You better find out who this man is," Tolu teased. But Lola wasn't sure if she could be flattered or worried. The emails were harmless, but the fact that this person knew so much about her was unsettling. A week after the email started, Lola found a small gift box on her desk when she arrived at work. Inside was a beautiful gold bracelet with her initials engraved on it. There was no note, but Lola knew exactly who it was from. She was both touched and unnerved. This admirer was escalating things. He was watching her, leaving her gift. But who was he? She decided to test the waters and replied to one of the emails. "Thank you for the lovely gift, but who are you? It is time to reveal yourself." She hit send and waited, her heart racing. The reply came a few hours later. "Patience, my love. All will be revealed in time. For now, just know that I am always near, always watching." The message sent chills down her spine. Lola started paying more attention to the people around her. She watched her colleagues closely, trying to decipher who was behind the emails. Alex seemed like the obvious choice. He was confident, good-looking, and always friendly towards her. But something didn't add up. Then there was Tunde, the quiet, introverted guy in accounting. He rarely spoke, but Lola had caught him staring at her once or twice. Could it be him? Days turned into weeks, and the emails kept coming. Her admirer seemed to know when she was feeling down, offering words of encouragement when she had a particularly stressful day at work. He sent her a bouquet of roses with a card that read, "You deserve to be treated like a queen." Lola couldn't deny that she was starting to feel a strange connection to this person, even though she didn't know who he was. But as the mystery deepened, so did her unease. One evening, after a late night at the office, Lola was walking to her car when she felt someone watching her. She turned around, but no one was there. The parking lot was quiet. She quickly got into her car and locked the doors, her heart pounding. As she drove home, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone had been following her. She glanced in her rear mirror several times, but saw nothing unusual. Still, the unease lingered. When she got home, there was another email waiting for her. You looked beautiful tonight. I hope you got home safe. Lola's blood ran cold. He had been watching her. Whoever this person was, they were closer than she thought. The next day at work, Lola couldn't concentrate. She kept thinking about the email, the bracelet, the flowers. Who was this person? And what did they really want? During lunch, she decided to confide in Alex. Can I ask you something weird? Lola started, trying to sound casual. Of course, what's up? Alex said, looking genuinely concerned. She told him everything. The emails, the gifts, the feelings of being watched. Alex listened intently, his expression serious. That's not normal, Lola. You should be careful. This person sounds obsessive. Alex warned. Lola nodded, but part of her didn't want to believe it. Could this really be more dangerous than she thought? That evening, another email arrived, but this one was different. It wasn't sweet or romantic. It was possessive. Why are you telling people about us? We have something special, Lola. No one else needs to know. Be careful, or you will regret it. Lola froze. The tone had shifted, and the message was clear. The admirer wasn't just watching her. He was threatening her. She immediately called Tolu, her voice shaky. Tolu, I don't think this is just some harmless crush anymore. I think I'm in trouble. Lola decided it was time to take things seriously. After the latest threatening email, she headed straight to the police station the next morning, sitting across from a rather bored-looking officer. She explained her situation, showing him the emails and detailing the unwanted gifts. The officer, Inspector Uche, was calm as he reviewed the information, but his expression grew more serious with every email he read. This isn't something to take lightly, he finally said. We are going to need to look into this. Do you have any idea who it could be? Lola shook her head. That's the problem. I've tried to figure it out, but I don't just know. Inspector Uche leaned forward. We will assign an officer to monitor the situation closely. In the meantime, if you notice anything suspicious, report it immediately. Lola left the station feeling a little more reassured, but the anxiety was still there. Who was watching her so closely, and what did they really want? Back at the office, Tolu noticed how shaken Lola was and decided to take her out for drinks after work to take her mind off things. They went to their favorite bar in GRA, a trendy spot where the music was low and the ambience was classy. But Tolu, unusually bubbly and light-hearted, seemed distracted that night. She kept checking her phone and glancing around the bar as if she was looking for someone. Tolu, is everything okay? Lola asked, concerned. Tolu hesitated, then nodded. Yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking about something. She quickly changed the topic, but Lola couldn't help but feel that something was off with her best friend. Later that night, as they were leaving the bar, Lola noticed a black sedan parked across the street. The windows were tinted, and the car didn't have a license plate on it. Tolu, do you see that car? Lola whispered, her heart racing. Tolu glanced at the car and shrugged. It's probably just someone waiting for a friend. Let's go. But as they walked down the street, Lola couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. The next day at work, Lola found another email in her inbox. But this time, it wasn't from her secret admirer. It was from an unknown email address, and the subject line simply read, "You are in danger." She opened it, her heart pounding. Lola, you don't know me, but you need to be careful. Your secret admirer isn't who you think he is. He's dangerous. Trust no one, not even the people closest to you. Lola stared at the email, her heart racing. Who was this? And what did they really mean by dangerous? Could her admirer really be a threat to her life? She immediately forwarded the email to Inspector Uche, who replied within minutes, telling her to come to the station after work. As Lola left the office later that evening, she felt a growing sense of dread. Every shadow seemed threatening, every face a potential suspect. She could feel someone was watching her, but she couldn't tell from where.